my background's professional baseball. Played 14 years in the big leagues. And kind of after you retire, I don't want to work out. I've been in the gym for the last 20 years, So I remember Jimmy is my pastor, and we started playing pickleball. And I'd played a few times before. So I started playing with him, and I went to a Blue Valley Rec, and I got beat by someone who should not beat me at any. And that was it for me. I'm like, this will never happen again. So I started practicing, and anything I get into, I kind of dive head first and give everything I got to get better at it. And pickleball was no different. And I mean, it's addicting. It's fun. It's competitive. It's a way to keep your heart rate going. It's a way to stay in shape. And without pickleball, I may be 320 pounds sitting here right now.
I'm a national partnership manager. I deal with a lot of our bigger partnerships, Lifetime, and all of our new facility partnerships. We have over 200 right now that I'm managing, and I manage close to 1,000 accounts. So that's a big part of my job. And then I get to train guys like Brad, JD, and probably some more to come. But yeah, and also teach RPO. I teach at clinics for JOOLA. I do a little bit of everything, but I enjoy my job. The main thing that I've always done is promote the brand since day one, and I have full confidence and ready to argue with anybody that wants to badmouth our brand.
I love them. I mean, I've hit a couple of them, and it's just like I was telling Eric, it's a very consistent paddle. I mean, the balance, and to be able to go grab a paddle. First time he came to drill with me, I used a paddle for 6 hours. Typically, I'd use it for 30 minutes and go back to what I'm comfortable with, but it never left my hand.
Yeah, the new lineup is special. Our Tech Flex Power, the TFP, new technology that JOOLA just keeps. Every year we come up with something just a little better and a little new, and it's like Brad said, every paddle in the line, it's very difficult to really to know which one you want to play with because they're all so good. But no, from JOOLA standpoint, we're super, super excited about the launch, just based off of the initial pre-sale. It's been absolutely phenomenal. So very excited.
I know so many people have waited. They're like, we're waiting until it comes out.
Yeah, and the cool part too was this. I just got back from Dallas, and we just launched Tuesday. Our paddles were littered in this tournament. I mean, everywhere. So it was within since Tuesday. They're already out in the public and confident enough to use them in a tournament.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty impressive.
Like I said, I grabbed it and
played with it. Without even thinking.
I'll never, when that Gen 3 came out, you walked in the day it came out. You walked in and everybody had them.
Yeah, that's a confidence in our.
Cool. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, they know JOOLA is going to put out a good paddle, so that's the cool part.
I just think playability and like I said, I grab every paddle I grab. You can't really say what you don't like about the paddle, and it doesn't matter which one it is. There's a lot to like about all of them, and you may prefer one shape as opposed to the other. But if you really give a paddle a chance, you're going to be happy with all of them.
Yeah, the Pro 4 versus 3S. The Pro 4 has just a little more pop, and I feel like it has our technology allows it to have even more touch than the 3S. The 3S is really known for touch, spin, and just a little less power than the mod. But this one here is kind of between the new Pro 4 paddles are just between the 3S and the mod, in my opinion.
I played it, and like I said, I got beat by someone who should not beat me at anything. And I, having my background, a lot of people, I was fortunate enough to get into higher level games and kind of get better quicker instead of, a lot of people are pickleball snobs, and I could never be that way because I was terrible when I started. So people allowed me to play with them, and I'm going to always try to make people better as well. So I, just being competitive and coming from competing at the highest level to not competing at all is tough. So this has given me that competitiveness. I think it's, I have zero paddle experience other than pickleball, not even ping pong, but it's a lot like hitting. If I if I'm setting soft, fast is always going to beat me. But if I'm setting fastball, soft I can always react to for the most part. So I don't know how professionals play, but I would imagine they're looking hard, reacting soft. So it's very similar to hitting. And then the strategy part, you can always, if me and Eric play, I feel like we kind of have the same thoughts on how we should play. And once you start implementing like a game plan, it becomes a lot more fun.
In pickleball, when you're sitting soft and comes hard. Sure. Yeah. Like in baseball, what do you think? So in baseball, you have the whole field.
Right.
In pickleball, you have the court. So sometimes people get lucky when they're late.
Sure.
But most of the time, late is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of wild. And I guess you see it in baseball too, when they're late and check swing and it goes down the line and just bad luck.
And like a good pitcher, if he sells his changeup with arm speed, you see fastball. It's no different than when you're throwing those weird speed ups.
Yeah.
Like I see him go hard, but it's actually a changeup. So I'm just a little out in front.
Yeah.
And even though I may not miss it, I'm pulling it out of bounds. Like you said, it's a small court.
Such a big part of pickleball is that off speed. And I know the first time that we drilled, we talked so much about that.
Yeah.
And it's really cool that baseball, pickleball intertwined right there of all off speed really stuff neat. Is really cool.
I like to drill more than I play right now, just because I'm trying to get to a better level. And a lot of times, if you're one of the better players on the court, you may hit 30 shots, right? And if I go with him, I'm gonna hit. I mean, I don't know,
a couple thousand balls.
Yeah, we're gonna hit a couple thousand balls.
Yeah, and training's so much better. You're hitting every other ball. There's no avoiding the better player. We're actually playing against each other. And our drill sessions, like the last one was 6.5 hours. I mean, we did dinking cross court, we did dinking head on, we did speed ups head on, we did mid court, we did point play where we work our way in, did third shots. So it was a full play session with a lot of like video analysis too, kind of checking things out, seeing where wrists are, seeing if the paddle head's dropping before the speed ups, before the flicks, seeing where our hands are, resetting. So yeah, just a lot of detailed stuff, but it was a great. The first session we did was 6.5 hours, and it was awesome. So
felt like 2 hours, really.
Yeah, really the time. Yeah, we're both down for whatever, so we can both go a long period of time. And if we're learning and excited about what's going on, I don't think the time really matters. So,
do you track how many calories you burn in like a 6-hour session?
I mean, you sent
me that screenshot.
I don't believe the watches are correct, but it's funny. I mean, I don't remember what it was, but I did send him a picture.
It was like 1900 or something. Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, I think that's what's great about the lineup. They've got a paddle for each type of player. I mean, if you look at like the call-in as opposed to the bend, I mean, I think those paddles are built for that type of game, and he would probably be able to elaborate on that more than me. But I mean, all my friends that use them, none of them like the same paddle, really.
Yeah.
They do like the brand and the line, but they're all using different shapes.
Yeah, and the different shapes yield different things, different sweet spots, larger sweet spots. So we have shorter handles. We have elongated handles. So yeah, all of our paddle line really covers just about everything, in a paddle for everyone. And then we have, our lower ends, our Gen 1, Gen 2s. I don't like saying the word Gen 3, but so we have something for everyone. And JOOLA, and we're added the Agassi shape too. So that is just another addition to the line, and that is a higher sweet spot and a very, very large sweet spot. And going on the Agassi, there were already pro players using it this weekend at the tournament.
I saw,
Donald Young was using it. There were a couple pros using it, and a lot of rec players already with the confidence to use a new shape. Yep. So very cool.
I mean, what I didn't know, like jumping into this with them, just the generosity, with the St. Jude stuff, and I'll let him tell you what's going on with the St. Jude stuff, but they're a very giving company.
Yeah, I would agree with that. People that don't know us, we're a very family-oriented company. We try and treat everyone like family. And if you can go to any of our pro players and that is the one thing that they will tell you. Anybody sponsored, anybody pro, we treat people how we would want our mother to be treated, and that's just how we do it, and that's how I've always done it. I was a state trooper for 25 years, and that was the one piece of training that, the very first guy that trained me when I was right out of the academy is like, you treat everybody the way that you would want your mother to be treated. He goes, you can always go from nice to mean, but you can never go from mean to nice. You lose your credibility.
That's right.
So that's how we try and stand as a company. And I just think that's the biggest thing. Brad is doing a big fundraiser for St. Jude at Sawgrass in May. And we're going to run a pickleball tournament for him. Hopefully raise a bunch of money. I just gave Brad a bunch of paddles. We're going to raffle off with all of our pros. So all of our Pro 4s got autographed this weekend by them. It's going to be really fun.
Yeah,
you can talk more about that.
I mean, the St. Jude event, I just called Eric. I'm like, listen, they want me to host this. And by host it, I mean run a tournament. And I'm like, I'm not capable of doing this. I'll play in them. I can't run them. So he's like, he's like, we'll just take it from here. And they really did. We got on a call with Gordon. And
yep.
I mean, everything's been really a lot less stressful for a lot of people at St. Jude that have a lot to worry about. We're trying to raise money. So it's been a blessing for them and me.
Yeah. Tell them about the St. Jude fundraiser you just worked.
Oh yeah. Well, I do 4 of them a year, and Patrick Warburton's an actor, comedian, and he's been doing this for years. And I got back, and it's been, I think the first year I started, it was like $1 million something that they raised in the weekend. It's a 4-day weekend. They have amazing events. It's a huge concert with all the bands that I like REM and just a ton of those, that era. And this year I called Eric. I was like, Eric, how much do you think they raised? And what'd you say?
200,000.
200,000. They raised almost 6.5 million in this weekend.
In a weekend.
And the one we're doing, he'll see a smaller scale of what that one is. And this one we're trying to get to the same scale. It's not quite there yet, but it's getting there. And it was over 2 million last year. So it's impressive. Like, really is impressive. Awesome. And St. Jude's one of my favorite places. So. It's really tough. It's really is split. And he mentioned this when we walked in. It's the Hyperion or the Perseus. I'll know more after today. Like, I could probably call you.
Can he come back tomorrow and answer that for you?
Absolutely. I mean, it really is 50-50. And if I had to, I haven't given the Hyperion in the 4 as much of an opportunity yet. I grabbed the Perseus, played with it, felt great. But that 3S Hyperion, if I had to pick between the Hyperion and Perseus 3S, I would have gone with the Hyperion. So I don't know.
The Perseus is about a 10-1, maybe even higher of just our paddle sales. It's amazing. But the Hyperion definitely has a unique feel to it, and where the sweet spot is, really, it's way towards the front of the paddle, all the way out near the end. So when you're reaching and making good contact at the kitchen line, it does feel really good.
It feels amazing.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I look at and the balls are all in the same spot.
Yeah.
Paddle.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the right weight, the right balance for me.
Yeah.
But my paddle looks like Tiger Woods golf club.
Yeah. The Perseus, though, is the most people's choice is the Perseus. So I don't think we have a pro that uses a Hyperion, and it's amazing to me.
It is crazy.
Honestly, amazing. Yeah.
But I would say the reason is because they grab, just like me. I grabbed the Perseus and it feels so good and it performs so well.
Yeah.
Why would you try another?
Yeah, it is. It's an unbelievable paddle for the higher level player. Because when you hit the sweet spot, there's no better feeling than the Perseus sweet spot. We don't have a paddle that the ball explodes like that.
Right.
So yeah,
it's probably like a golfer using a blade or a bigger option. The amateur will probably play better with the Hyperion. And the pro would probably.
That's kind of why Ben switched to the Perseus, isn't it? More so for
reasons. He just he wasn't getting that pop that he needed off of his counters, and that was the biggest reason. Yep.
Well, I played with Jack Sock the other day, and that was an experience. He's got some great shots. He's athletic as can be. And I've played with a lot of pros. A ton of guys have given me
He gets great rec play games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get a lot of good rec play games, and playing with those pros, it just shows you, nothing about this game is really, to an extent. There are some shots that are kind of overwhelming at times, but once you see them and once you get used to them, there's nothing about the game that's too fast. It's a baseball's going a lot harder and looks a lot smaller, in my opinion. Like when someone's throwing 95 plus, the ball looks real small. And in pickleball, I don't see those speeds. So it's nothing's overwhelming. That's what makes it a lot of fun. There's a lot of people. Should I ever be able to get on a court and beat a tennis player? No, but in pickleball, I can.
Yeah, I think pickleball is more, it's deception than power. Yeah. They can every pro can hit the ball as hard as they want, but everybody will tell you spin is so much harder to deal with than power. So if I get a ball just over the net line, I'm going hard spin instead of flat power.
You play with him. I'm used to even some of the pros just trying to attack my body, which is what I want. He's making me move everywhere. It's much more difficult. I want you to hit the ball hard. Like I prefer you to hit the ball hard at me. But when they start mixing it up, it becomes a tough game. Then you got to start thinking, okay, where can I hit this ball where he can't do that? I wasn't real superstitious in baseball, and the people that know me, like him, like we've talked about this. If I ever want to play high level tournaments, I need to know that I'm prepared. Like, I don't know if it's a superstition. I would say I'm more routine oriented, being a starting pitcher every 5th day. I need to have a routine. I need to be prepared, and I need to stick to that routine. And that's tough in pickleball. I don't know how the pros do those 3 events. I mean, you don't know when you're going to play. You get a text message. You got to run to this court. Yeah. I mean, it's hectic. It's crazy. I mean, I respect that they're able to go and perform at the highest level for how many ever days, 4 days, 5 days, and just keep playing and playing and playing. It's impressive. But I haven't really, superstition wise, I wasn't superstitious. I know a lot of people are, but I would say I'm very routine oriented.
Who had some of the craziest superstitions you played baseball with? Anybody crazy?
I mean, Turk Wendell would eat like mustard sardines and stuff. I didn't play with him, but I mean, that's crazy. That's just, I mean, who eats mustard sardines out of a can? I mean, I would love to see some of the hitters with the quick hands, because I just feel like if a young Barry Bonds was to play pickleball,
Gary Sheffield.
It would be impressive. I've tried to get Gary. I see him at golf tournaments all the time. He's just, I don't want to hurt my knees. People, you'll get used to it. You get on the court, you'll get used to it. But I would love to see how good I could be at 20 years old. Like, I mean, it would. I'd never even heard of pickleball until. I mean, it's amazing that you said, what, April 1, 2022?
Mm-hmm. That's when we launched.
That's it. That seems like a lot longer than that to me. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's the cool part about our company is we kind of we did so well so quick that people think we've been around forever. They're like, remember back in like 2018? And I'm like, dude, we weren't even a company in 2018.
You said that, and I'm like, can that be right?
Yeah, we literally didn't even launch our very first paddle with Ben. Anything. I mean, YOLA's been around over 70 plus years, but that's in table tennis. Pickleball started April 1st, 2022. And the impact that we've had since then has been, we think, pretty good.
I mean, it's the best paddle. It really is. If people really sit down and give each paddle the right, very few would select it. I really believe very few would select another brand.
I started with YOLA day one when we launched. And I was actually giving Richard Lee, the owner of YOLA, pickleball lessons. And I'm deep rooted in YOLA well before our launch day of April 1st, 2022. But we're a company that's not going to stop. We're going to keep pushing the limits and keep making the best paddles. And I absolutely love this job. And we're really just having a good time, and we're going to keep pushing on.